Hi, in this video I want to talk to you about poker hands. Whatever type of poker you wanna play, the poker hands and the poker hand ranking is the same. So it's really the first thing you want to learn when you just start playing poker. So in every poker game, it's a hand is always composed of 5 cards. So the worst hand that you can have is just randomly selected cards with nothing in particular. In that case, if no one has a specific hand, the highest card will be the way the ranking will be done. So, for example, in this hand, we see that the highest card is a 10. If an opponent has a similar hand but has, for example, a queen or king, then he would win over this hand. So this is really the worst hand you can actually have. So the first real hand with a combination is when it's having one pair. So here, for example, we see the person has a pair of fives. Now, when you compare two pairs, two hands with a pair each, the one that wins is the highest pair. After one pair, the next hand is two pairs. So, for example, here we have two tens and two twos. And then it's having three of a kind. So three of a kind is above having two pairs. In the case of three of a kind, it works the same way as for pairs. The highest three of a kind wins. So if you have here we have three nines. If you have three kings, of course the hand with three kings will win. So the next hand is the straight. So the straight is 5 consecutive cards. So notice that it's 5 and not 4. Sometimes people think that having 4 cards in a row is a hand in poker, but it's not. You really want to have 5 cards, and it has to be between the ace and the king. You can't have an overlap between the king and the king and the ace. For example, you couldn't have king, ace, 2, 3, 4. That wouldn't work. So it has to be between the ace and the king. The next hand is a flush. So flush is having all the cards of the same color. It has to be, for example, all spades. It can be just any red card, for example. So that's the flush. Next hand is the full house. So full house is having 3 of a kind and 2 of a kind. So a pair and 3 of a kind. That's a very powerful hand. It's one of the best hands in poker. If you have a full house, you know that you're pretty well off. Finally, it's the 2 last hands are 4 of a kind. So having 4 of a kind is almost the highest hand in poker. There's just one hand which is above. It's a straight flush, which you'll probably never see except if you play a lot of poker, because it's really not that common. So here, for example, the rules are the same as for the straight and the flush. So it has to be, for example, all spades, for example. It can be just 2 different types of black cards, and it has to be between the ace and the king. So, well, thanks for watching this video. Now that you know the poker hands, you're you know a little more about poker. Next thing you might want to learn is the specific rules of Hold'em poker, for example, which is one of the most played poker.